What's up, everybody?
Hello, everyone, and hello, Phil. Welcome
Hi.
to the 6th episode of Nardi's Neighborhood with me, your host, Nick Lee Nardi. And finally, this episode is here. I would
It
say
is.
the biggest one. Yeah, I've been trying to catch you. I'm like that scene in Rocky, and you're that chicken, and I can't fucking get you. But I after some training, I was able to do it. But what's up? How you doing?
What's up, Nick? I am doing quite well, dude. Just had an a little visit with the in-laws. It was a good time, and yeah, man, happy to be here talking to you, dude,
It's all that
for
matters,
your
man.
program.
Ooh. So I've just introduced him as Phil, but I would like to introduce my friend and vocal coach, Philip Nathaniel Freeman,
That's
the
that's
the
yeah,
frontman and bassist, lead singer of Small Town Titans, a
and that's
band
a nice
based out of
shirt that you're wearing, by the way, bro.
yes,
Very nice.
yes, got it from being in the Titan Army.
Yes.
Yes. But band Small Town Titans based out of York, PA, where I actually went to school and first found these guys, and it's I'm so thankful to have you on here and thank you for being with me.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me, dude. It's been fun. We've been working together for a couple of months now.
Since January, actually like December.
Yeah, it has been December. It's been December. My goodness. So it's almost been like half a year. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's been 6 months. That's
pretty much.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
crazy. So how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. Just
Been
trying to manage it all, man. Things are super busy.
what is all? What is it all?
What is all? Oh my gosh. Well,
Well,
there's always
tell me about yourself. This is like I just like
I like log walks
on the beach.
and I like pina coladas and getting lost in the rain.
I thought it was caught in the rain.
Or caught in the rain, right? That's the actual lyric to. Well, dude, okay, so there's a lot of things that I like to do. I'm one of those horrible people that cannot sit still and do one thing at a time. I
Amen.
have to do I can't just put all my eggs in one basket. What some sane people will do. I just go all over the place. I do all kinds of things. So, I'm the lead singer and bassist in the band, which is awesome. I have a ton of fun doing that. You're all right there, bud.
Yeah, I'm getting situated.
Readjusting. All right. Yeah, I feel your pain, dude. Sometimes I got to get that going. Oh, what do you got vape? What are you vaping there?
I'm just hitting the jewel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What flavor? What flavor?
Menthol.
Okay, that's what's
Yes.
up.
Yeah. They're illegal in New Jersey.
Oh, you be
Yeah, I'm a
right now.
badass. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. No, dude. I've always sidebar. I've always found it really wacky how people are trying to, um, ban certain things.
Cancel everything. Like you can
yeah.
just say it. Like cancel everything because that's what it comes down
Everyone
to.
wants to cancel everything. It's just come on, stop. Like when you see that when you see companies like Juul and compare it to cigarette smoke and how it's such a better alternative than actual cigarettes, but nobody
Yeah.
gets it.
It was just because oh my god, there's kids eating Tide Pods and smoking Juuls.
Well, where's
Like
mom and dad?
well, like all
where's
right,
the
let's put a
parents?
warning. Let's put a warning on the Tide Pods and just ban Juuls altogether. That's pretty much how it.
Whatever.
Anyway,
That's just lazy legislation right there. That's lazy lawmaking as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, back to what your original questions. So,
what is all?
what is all? Well, I do voice coaching, as you know. We work together on
Yes.
Zoom every other week. Which voice coaching is great. I've done it for almost a decade now, for almost as long as I've been in the band. and they've really like, the two of them go hand in hand really, really well. I get to like work with people and test out what has worked for me for years to see if it works for other people, and it's an awesome process. It's so cool to see people take things that we go over on a regular basis and see them grow and improve. And it's really cool to be able to, like, give back, be able to make have a fulfilling life and career, not only doing voice coaching, but also test that stuff out on the field and get paid to go make a bunch of noise up on stage and see if it sticks. A lot of other voice coaches, I'm sure, at least the ones that are up to snuff, at least the ones that are worth their salt, do that on a regular basis. They go out and gig, they go out and do that. So that's one part of the all. The second part of the all is that recently I've been doing a lot of production and composition work. Like, technology has got me, like those like Discovery documentaries back in like the 90s where you would hear all those like the really cheesy keyboard music.
Like the scores in the background, yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting paid to do crap like that. Only like the samples that are like available now, like the technology is like so much better.
Oh yeah.
Like, it used to be like
Mike, the producer, like he has
Yeah.
that public domain website, and he just goes on and finds beats and like songs that people just make, and just it's crazy what's out there that you can make.
Dude,
Well,
it's
even
insane.
like there's a Skrillex song that like Jim Morrison is quoted as saying like computers are gonna be taking over the world, or like in music or something like that. And it's
Dude, that's great. Like, Jim Morrison quote, huh?
yeah,
Is
and a
that what it
Skrillex
is?
song, yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'd have to check that out because, dude, yeah, there's a moral dilemma to that because I've always loved like soundtrack music, like John Williams, Hans Zimmer, James Horner, like all the orchestral stuff, all the, like the hybrid orchestral stuff, and it's really cool to see that process and how they write. But like now that I'm seeing how computers play such a huge role in the writing process and how sometimes it's just a computer and not an actual live orchestra and you can barely tell the difference, it's like it's scary, dude. It's a moral dilemma. It's like, are the computers taking over? And
So I got
Okay.
the quote pulled up actually.
Oh, you do? Awesome.
I do. So it reads, it might rely heavily on electronics, tapes. It can kind of envision one person with a lot of machines, tapes and electronics set up singing or speaking and using machines.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Only the machine is compacted into this black little rectangle.
Yeah, it used to be like this big thing,
Oh,
and now it's just
dude,
like you take a
like,
flash drive.
it would have been cheaper to actually hire an orchestra for like what I do, like as compared to getting the damn computer.
Oh, because you have to go into every instrument and
Oh
just
man,
like
it's insane. Like it's just incredible what technology is
so
capable of.
would you say that's like your full time gig, and then like the band and stuff is like your release from that, like where you get to go, or
Music, let's put it this way, music is my full-time gig.
okay.
It's my
That's
full-time
true
gig.
because you
Like,
do the
that's
coaching, you do the
yeah. So
composing, you
it's
do the
I do
concerting.
shows with my wife. We do shows as Lucille and the Wolf. We actually had a show yesterday. We have 2 shows tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, 1 show actually. She has a solo show. So like, and she's a working musician as well. She works for an entertainment company, and has a band under that entertainment company, but she's also like an assistant to the higher ups there and all that stuff. So it's all good stuff.
That's
It's all
awesome.
good stuff. Robin Banks Entertainment.
Okay.
My wife's a badass, dude.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, she's got some good things going on. So like, yeah,
Awesome.
it's just music shows, and it's making music and playing music all the time.
Okay. So I guess let's just dive into it. Oh, actually, before we begin, yeah, do you have your 2 lies and a truth
I
thought of?
do.
You
I
do.
do.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if this works.
Okay. So
I'm gonna be
usually we've been doing it a little differently. I don't really know if there's a true format to it, but usually it's you tell me at the beginning, we'll talk, I'll ask questions, and,
Okay.
bullshit, the whole typical podcast spiel, and then at the end, I'll guess, type
Okay.
of thing. Um, so if you will, Mister Phil, your two
One
lies
of
and
the
a truth,
three.
please. No, just all of them, but
All of them.
like, so just
Okay.
don't even say like what the truth or lie is. Just
Nope.
like you
I
did
gotcha.
this, I got that. Like what?
I
Just go
gotcha.
for it.
Okay. I can wiggle both of my ears.
Okay.
I can, um, yeah, I can wiggle both of my ears.
Okay.
I started playing guitar when I was 9 years old,
Okay.
and I shook George Herbert Walker Bush's hand when I was 12 years old.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you can wiggle both your ears. You learned to play the guitar when you were 9, and you met George H.W. Bush when you were 12 years old.
And not the one with the Texas accent. The
Oh
one
well.
before that.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
The skull and bones and CIA, like, like that
yeah.
dude.
All right. So interesting. Let's see if I can.
Yeah.
I think I have a good guess of what it possibly could be, what the lie could be, or the truth could be. I mean,
All right, there you go.
so you are pretty much a rock star, at least in my eyes. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank
but
you.
like, but you're so humble. You don't think so?
Dude,
Listen, okay, listen.
the moment that I start thinking that I'm a rock star, that's
No,
the
okay, I appreciate that,
it's
but
over. It's over
so
for me. Yeah.
you, so how long have the Small Town Titans have they been? You said 10 years earlier, or you've been a part of the
Yes, it's
band?
been a decade.
It's been a
That
decade.
it's been a
So
decade.
anything before that, like, so has it just
Yeah,
been
man.
you and Johnny and Ben, or
So to give you the story, like, all three of us were just a bunch of small town kids who loved music,
okay,
in some way, shape, or form. And we were, I started my first band when I was in middle school, and that was a ton of fun. And I had a couple of bands throughout the years. I had a band with two of my best friends in high school that had a short run there. I was in a band in college that had a few cool gigs where I was the lead singer. It was like a 5-piece pop punk.
where'd you go to school?
I went to Lebanon Valley College
Okay,
and part of a band called Double Entendre. And they already were existing, but like they needed a lead singer, and then they another my roommate Brad, he joined the band too, so like it was a 5-piece, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I had a lot more hair then.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
a lot.
I was on the YouTube page, and I saw some. It's weird looking.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
man.
so used to you being like
Brown
completely.
curly locks. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yep. And then of course, grandpa. It was on the mother's side, like all the cousins just, bzzz, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those. It's okay. I'm all right with it. I've grown into it. I
Yes.
accept it, and it's fine. I'm not gonna go through all those bells and whistles and try to get my hair back, or take the Perpetua, or like rub garlic on my face, or whatever that stuff is. Like, I'd rather just shave. That's like, it makes way more sense to me. I don't have time for all that other stuff. I mean, if anyone else does, more power to them, by all means. But like, not me. But yeah, I went to LVC, and I met Johnny there. He was a freshman when I was a sophomore. He
Okay.
actually pledged the same. We're actually part of the same fraternity, Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia. So for any of you music nerds who are in a fraternity, all hail, right there. So I even have it like tattooed. Like, that's how much of a nerd I am for this fraternity. I have it like part of the ritual is tattooed on my arm, and that's how much it means to me. So, which is pretty cool.
I mean,
And
I'm in a
you were in
fraternity
a fraternity
too.
as
Yes.
well. Yeah. Which one?
It was Phi Sigma Phi.
Phi Sigma Phi.
Yes.
Gotcha. Roger
Yup.
that, dude. So it was a
Yes.
good college experience, a lot of fun. Johnny pledged, and that's how I got to meet him, get to know
Okay.
him, and we became
So you guys are like
really
brothers, like
yeah,
yeah,
we're
like
like, you know,
literally, and in the
we're
sense of
fraternity
yeah.
brothers, you know, and you know, we were fraternity brothers, and then we actually really started fostering a really good friendship because not only because of the fraternity, but also because we were going through the same program. We were going through the music business program at LVC. And I remember it was the moment that we started becoming really, really good friends is when him and I both volunteered for a committee that no one wanted to be a part of because it was just gonna be a and I'm gonna say it clusterfuck. Like it was just gonna be like the worst committee that you could be possibly a part of to plan the music industry conference that was happening at the college. It was like a student run music industry conference, and it was logistics. And
Yeah, like
logistics,
what, like
you have to figure out parking, you have to
yep,
figure out food, you have to
yep.
figure out all this crap.
I had to
And
do the
that,
women's
yeah,
count or the WYMCA, the women's, the opposite of the YMCA. The I think it's the
okay.
WYCA or the YWCA,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
it's
WCA,
YWCA because
yes,
YMCA, Young Men's
yeah.
Club of America, and the YWCA. So there
So
you
we
go.
had to do that in school too, logistics, like food
Right.
trucks, everything.
So
So
and so it was a trial by fire, and him and I were just like, it was a year where like nothing went right as far as the food was concerned. We didn't have the cafeteria, we didn't have any of the rooms, we didn't have any catering because it was like all there were so many other things going on at the school that there was no room to be able to get food. So we went to this dingy like fire hall that was down the street and just said, "Hey, you have a pretty big room. Can we can we use this for our music industry conference?" And we figured it out, pulled it out of our ass. And from getting that all squared away, him and I ended up being voted president and vice president the next year. It's because of all the bullshit that we went through dealing with that. And then, you know, that's when we became really close. He and I had like a solo, like folk rock Americana project. That he like, you know, he would sub in on Cajon on sometimes, and it was a lot of fun. So like, you know, Johnny and I have been good friends for a long time. Or like we really fostered a great friendship there. And then right before I graduated, he was just like, you know, dude, I've always wanted to do a rock band. Like a rock band. Not like, you know, like I really love your folk and Americana stuff, but dude, like you have a voice, you're a fan of Chris Cornell, you know some rock and roll. Would you want to get in a room with me and a couple of other guys and see what we can do? And I was like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And then and I knew Ben. I met him like once before, but like I didn't really know him that well. I knew that he played football, so like, you know, he was in there. There was another guy that was in the band at the time as well, and we jammed and we liked what we heard. And it was a really really good time.
safe to
it was
say,
fun.
10 years later.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
we just decided to keep going after that, and like, you
Okay.
know, we had a few members come and go throughout the years, and there were some good times and there were some bad times and some ugly times as well. And you know, but you know, I wish everybody who was ever in the band all the best. And we just decided to become a three-piece in 2014 after like we had played a couple of shows and figured out that this is something that we were going to take seriously. So in 2014, that's when we became a three-piece. We decided to go out on the road and do a single and record a single as a three-piece to see if we could actually do it. And man, oh day, you want to talk about formative years and struggling in a shitty Ford E350 shuttle bus that used to belong to another band, it was like I say it was shitty, but it was actually an awesome piece of shit because it had bunks, it had AC, but it would always break down. It was just it would catch on fire. It was just one of those things, man. And boy, oh boy, and I'll tell you what, it cured a lot of anxiety that I used to have. Like I used to be a lot more of a bundle of nerves, but once you put yourself into a situation where you don't know if you're going to die or not in this you know, metal box going down the road that only has front brakes and you figure that out later after you almost die, You know, like it's yeah, dude. It's been quite a journey, and definitely informed. And I mean, Ben and I, we've roomed together, um, and all three of us, you know, were we've really bonded a lot over the years, and like
That's
we're all
awesome.
founding members. You know, there's a lot of bands out there that you know guys quit. There's new ones, or there's only like a lead singer left,
Yeah.
and it's like all new members, or it just might be like a guitarist
Yeah.
left, and or there's two bands that have the same name, and it's like all this other crazy stuff. Which
Yeah.
I mean, that sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes it's for the better. Sometimes, usually, I've seen it's for the worse. You know, because
Yeah.
it's doesn't have the same vibe. But like I feel very thankful that I have a good, you know, good, really good personal relationship with my two bandmates, because like
That's
we're
awesome.
family. We've been
Yeah.
through so much, and that's yeah, it's good stuff, dude.
That's awesome. So, Small Town Titans, what were some original band name thoughts or anything like that? Or was it Oh,
we oh man. So
do
here's
tell,
the
do tell.
thing. The name Small Town Titans was a name that I had since middle school. And I don't know why I decided to hold on to that and not name the band that I was in at the time that name. I just felt like I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't know, like, but it's like I didn't think I was good enough yet or whatever. And I had this picture. I even had the picture in my mind. It's like maybe I should get on the bass because I'm not that good at guitar, and I need a better guitar player. Because I mean, I can play guitar, but I'm not. And it's like, yeah, I always wanted to be in a 3-piece too, and I was in a 3-piece, which was great. My first band ever was called Eminent Factor, and oh, dude,
Good times.
God bless Wyatt and Amanda. I love them forever because they were my first band ever.
And they put
They're
up with
good
your
people,
they
and they put up with my shit. But like I don't know why I didn't decide to call a Small Town Titan, like, you know, Eminent Factor Small Town Titans, and I'm sorry that I didn't. But that came from the movie Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. I love that movie.
Okay.
So
Great movie.
you know, and that's where that's where I thought of the name.
Okay.
But you know, when we were getting together as a band, we didn't know what we were going to call ourselves. We were going to call ourselves Tight, which was TITHT, and it was going to like stand for something, or TYTE. I don't know what it was, but it just like, it was kind of like, oh, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. Like, and I even forget what
That's tight. Yeah.
and it was whatever. I feel like it was just a stupid kid thing. Anyway, it was probably for the better that I was just like, hey, guys, you know, what do you think of this name? Small Town Titans. And I remember Johnny, you know, being 6'4", and he was just like, well, it's got the word small in it, dude. None of us are like small. I don't like the word small. And I'm like, Small Town Titans. It
Like
kind of rolls
York
off
is a very small town.
York is a small town. All the places that we came from are even smaller towns. Small Town Titans. What do you think? And Ben was like, "Oh, dude, yeah,
Hi, Maya.
yeah. Hi, Maya. I'm bringing my dog too. He
Do
probably,
it. Go ahead.
like if he the doors. I'll have to go see what he's doing. He's probably passed out, dude. He's had a great day today. He's been super happy. His grandpa accidentally stepped on him, and I thought he was like getting stabbed. It was like
Oh.
and then and then my father-in-law was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, buddy."
Yeah.
Looking back at him, and Jackson's fine. I'm like, dude, you're fine. Relax.
I do the same thing. I cut myself
Yeah.
at work with a knife. Like, all right, I think I told you that. I stabbed myself in the hand. We had a lesson, remember?
Oh yeah.
And I screamed like I had gotten shot.
Oh
Everyone was,
jeez.
yeah, and everyone was just like, that was a little over dramatic. And I was just like, yeah,
But it's more fun sometimes.
exactly.
It's more fun to be loud and oh, he's barking.
Uh-oh, he knows. He
Does he wanna-
knows.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if he wants to come in.
Okay, go for it. Hi, Maya. Hi, Maya. No, he's good. He's good. He
No, he's
doesn't want.
good.
He doesn't want to.
He's barking for something else. It's probably like food or something like
Ah. All right, Maya, go lay down. She's like, what does that mean? Maya, go lay down.
What does that mean?
She puts her paw.
My dog does the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, but we landed on Small Town Titans and we stuck with it, and I'm so glad that I kept that name in my back pocket for as long
There
as
you
I
go.
did because
I have
it worked.
I have a couple names. I have in the back pocket.
Cool, man. Don't give them away.
No,
Don't
I'm
give them
not.
away until because like somebody could be listening to this and be like, "Oh,
I know.
I'm gonna take that."
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
Yeah,
Or I could
we
just
got
bleep it. Or I could just
super
bleep it out.
You could. We got super lucky with like the social media too, because no other band came up with the name Small Town Titans. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you serious?
I'm
Like,
so cool.
No, it wasn't even that. It's like, God, people, come on, like that's a good name.
No, I know. That's what I'm
Somebody
saying
else-
for you.
like,
It's just
somebody else should have, like, you think.
yeah.
But
So we'll take a quick break and then we'll talk more about the band and then how you guys got to be got to 100,000 subscribers plus on YouTube and 126,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and all that jazz. And
yes,
we'll
sir.
be back after
Sounds like a
this.
plan. Sweet.
Welcome back. Glad you got your seltzer.
Yep.
Yes. What's your go-to
Giant
brand?
brand.
Giant brand.
Dude, I'm such a cheapskate when it comes to this stuff. Like store brand seltzer water. It's
There you
just
go.
the same as La Croix or like whatever else those other ones that are more expensive are. Like, dude, I usually just like my wife and I. We will always get store brand. We'll very rarely get name brand stuff because it's all the same stuff. It does the same thing. Like, why pay more when you get just as good a quality, in some cases better quality? And
I don't know. I'll take Heinz ketchup over ShopRite brand ketchup over every day.
I don't know. I might take the ShopRite. Just saying.
I'm listen.
So
To each their own.
I mean, yeah. We usually go to Giant or Wegmans. Wegmans
Giant
is too expensive sometimes.
Giant isn't a thing in northeast New Jersey.
Northeast New Jersey.
Yes.
ShopRite is the thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, so before we went to break, we were talking about the band and you guys have been fucking flying here. You guys have been a band for 10 years now, and
yes.
So to you as a musician, as an artist, and who are like your biggest influencers singing and whatnot? Because I know you as a band have a lot of covers, and I think that's awesome. Just the fact that you're able to have such a diverse range of in your catalog, but also like my buddy, I was showing him your stuff yesterday or the other day, and he was wondering how you guys like the Folsom Prison Blues cover. Like the guitar part, like how you guys were able to change and adapt that, because I think we're saying it's just him playing, one thing. So like, who are your influences? Go and talk about that.
Cool.
Yeah, who like some of your favorite singers are.
Okay. Yeah, sure. As far as influences, I mean, it's pretty obvious Chris Cornell is an influence. I discovered Audio Slave when I was 15. And
I cried when he died.
Away.
Oh,
yeah.
that album is
devastated.
Yeah, that album, I like that whole thing last year, like that album challenge, like to nominate, like that was the first album I put.
Dude,
I wish he's all the way to the end, man. Even the Getaway Car.
That album.
Oh, we should do that song.
Oh, what?
Getaway Car? Yeah.
Yes, that's such a good one. Oh, that is a really good one. Yeah. Like I told you, man, like everything that Chris Cornell does is black belt shit, though. It's like it's
The
tough. It's
first
tough to
time I
sing,
saw
but
you were
yeah,
chasing down a
so good. I
cyclone.
am a highway
Uh,
like a stone.
phone.
Oh man,
Show me how to live.
dude,
Cochise,
when
gasoline, exploder. Oh my God, bring them back alive. Oh my
yeah,
God.
Shadow on the Sun. That riff, that part at the end, the bow, down,
Down, down, down, down.
that is like
Yeah.
heavier than some of the heaviest like black metal shit out there. Like you turn that up, it's
Oh.
amazing.
Ugh.
Shadow on the Sun. It's like, oh God, incredible stuff. That like I wish Audio Slave would have been more of a thing. It was a very
Yep,
short-lived.
I know. They were like a super group.
Well, yeah, it
And
was Rage
like,
Against the Machine with
yeah,
Audio
yeah.
Slave, and
Well, that's
I mean
just
with Soundgarden. You know,
that's
it's
just
like
like
it is what
Creed
it
and
is.
Alter Bridge. It's literally just
Isn't that fascinating? And
yeah,
Alter Bridge is still a fucking thing. And like, I mean,
yeah.
Miles Kennedy is incredible, and all those guys are great.
Scott
You know,
Stapp has been from band to band to band.
yeah. God bless Mr. Stapp.
Have you ever met him? I was like, who?
I have never met Scott Stapp. I would be happy to meet him though and say thank you for being a voice in my middle school years, you know? And
Yes.
yeah, and thanks for the memories, dude.
Who is like? Okay, so like your heroes. Like, have you met any
Chris
of them?
Cornell.
Like,
I would have loved to meet him if I had the chance. I I'll tell you what, like I've met some pretty pretty awesome people throughout the years where it's been like, you know, I listened to their band when I was in middle school and high school, and it's kind of trippy to be like opening up for them or like, you know, to be able to get to meet them. Like meeting Avenged Sevenfold was really trippy. Like and meeting the Deftones was really trippy.
okay.
We won a contest in 2013, I believe, that got us to go backstage at a Deftones and Avenged Sevenfold concert, and it was only about a minute each that we got a chance to meet them, but it was still a lot of fun. It was
That's
a good
awesome.
time, and so like that was like woo, that was pretty wild for me. And I mean, opening up for Papa Roach, meeting Jacoby, and the fact that we've you know had you know conversations between between those guys and us for like you know back and forth a little bit here and there. It's cool. It's very cool. There's another band that I'm a huge fan of, like fanboy. I was a fanboy hardcore, nothing more.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I
I have some.
They were opening up for Adrenaline Mob one time that they were up in the like Johnny's area, and I remember seeing them and just being blown away.
Yeah.
And I got to meet them, talk to them, and like they gave me
Dude.
cookies that they're like their family made back
That's
in the day.
awesome.
They probably wouldn't remember the story, but I do. And then I met Johnny and the rest of the guys a couple of times after that, and Johnny knows who we are. Johnny follows the band. We've tried to like coordinate a podcast, but like things happen, But
Ooh,
I
I'm
would love
lucky.
to see those guys again. I would love to meet up with Johnny again, maybe like get on a show with them or two, depending on what they're doing, But it is what it is. I feel like I'd be super starstruck if like Dave Grohl walked in and said, "Hey man, what's up?" How Dave Grohl.
You ever met you ever meet Brent or anyone in Shinedown?
Brent, and nope, never
No?
met anybody in Shinedown, not yet at least. But we have met Zach Myers.
Okay.
We actually opened up for Zach Myers'
okay,
side
cool.
project, so we had a chance to
Whiskey
hang out with
is it Whiskey and
yeah.
Myers?
It's
Or
him and three other guys. So
yeah.
It's Myers. It's like a it's kind of like Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Yeah, it's like Whiskey. I know exactly what.
But it was really cool, and I really enjoyed the show. It was and we played acoustic that night. Actually,
That's awesome.
as a band. So that
Cool.
was it was a fun. It was really cool to meet him. And have a good time. And that's the thing with most of these guys. They're just like you and I,
Yeah.
It's nothing
I'll tell you what, man.
crazy.
I met So, which is I think this is so fucking cool. Like, so you guys July 30th in 2 months are opening up for Hailstorm
That's gonna be big for
in
us. Yeah, dude,
in
we're
in
excited.
your hometown at the York Fair, in their
Yeah, man.
hometown in York. Like
That's what's so cool about
I
that,
at
man.
the York Fair, because you probably grew
Yeah.
up going to the York Fair, going to that grand
Yeah, I
stage. Like
remember,
it's
dude,
and
I
I
remember,
saw, but I'll tell
yeah,
you, I saw. So for my brother's 18th birthday, I was a freshman in high school. He was a
yeah,
senior. He wanted to go see Shinedown. They just released Sound of Madness,
yep,
so they were getting big. Guess who opens up for them? We go to Hartford, Connecticut. It's
who's that?
Hailstorm,
Yeah.
10 Years, and Shinedown.
Ooh, wow.
Hailstorm opened, was walking around selling their debut CD for $5. We went up to them, met Lizzie, met
Nice.
RJ. Like, she gave us like the wristband that she had, and then like she signed the
They're
posters that they had.
super down to earth,
Like,
man. Like
and they're
that's so
Grammy
cool.
winners now, man. Like, it's
I've,
crazy. Like,
I,
and the fact that
yeah.
you guys are going to like you're playing with them.
We've hung out with RJ like one or two times over the years. Like Johnny and I. Johnny's gone to see them. Johnny and I have gone to seeing them live a couple
Yeah,
of times,
I
and I
saw them in
remember.
York when I was in
Yeah,
school.
like and I mean exactly. So it's really cool to see them grow as a band. And I remember um, Johnny had a chance to talk to her after a show in Baltimore. I had gone home at that point, but which I don't know why the hell I had to go home, whatever. But um, he got a chance to talk to Lizzie, and Lizzie told him, like, he was talking about the band, he was talking about the Titans, and Lizzie told him, "Listen, never quit." Lizzie Hale told my drummer to never quit, and we were just going through that. That was like during the struggling time where we were like one step above being homeless, pretty much. Like if we didn't have, it was just like it was the kind of like the perfect moment to
Like
have
that final
somebody
push,
tell
kind
us,
of
like,
like.
have that little push to tell us to never quit, because we were just about to hang it up. Ben was just like, dude, I got to get a full-time job. I'm sick of getting paid $100 at the end of 6 weeks. This isn't sustainable. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, you kind of have to be a little nuts to do this, because it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's a
high
dream.
risk, high reward. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
So, all right, we'll dive in to getting to the point where you are now, because you said you were going to hang it up.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming, is Christmas your favorite holiday?
I
Or
like
like,
I
or,
like Halloween, but I have to say Christmas makes me feel all warm and toasty inside.
okay,
It
well,
really does. I'm one of
well,
those people.
it should, I would hope. So I don't if any of you guys have listened to the radio or heard any hard rock version of the Grinch song. Most likely, it is their version.
Yeah.
Um, That I think I last time I looked, it had 4.5 or 7 million views on YouTube. It's always
Yeah.
played around Christmas time on
It's got
DHA, the
like
local radio,
it's
and
coming up
like
on 50 million on Facebook. It's
and then
like,
like on Spotify, it's like your most played song. Like,
yeah.
dive in, talk about it, like, because I don't remember if I found you guys because I went to York and I went from 2012 to 2016.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I heard you guys on the X 1057 or if I heard you guys on DHA coming back from break or whatever and hearing the Grinch song, but like that's
Yeah.
how I found you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Cool, dude.
yeah.
Well, it definitely opened like, so here's how it all went down as
Okay.
far as that wave was concerned. So at the I would say the beginning of 2016, we started um, a really good working relationship with a guy that we had been in touch with through another band that we had known, Artifice. They were working with this guy, and they recommended that we, like, give him a call after just a few things fell through. And We ended up having a really good conversation with him and one of his business partners about just a few things of how to, like, keep the band afloat, how to get us through like this like kind of weird period where Ben was thinking about, like, taking a break from the band in order to get his, stuff together, and how we were going to be able to, you know, build the band up without like a founding member being able to tour. Like, how were we going to do that? So Shill really helped us through that. Dennis was there for a little bit, and Shill has stuck with us ever since then. He's a super cool dude. He's a businessman. He runs a bunch of restaurants and stuff out in Chicago area.
Okay.
And he is on every single conference call that we have. He's the man.
So is he like your band manager?
He's band dad. Yeah, he's our band manager. Like,
okay.
He's like, no.
So
I'm just having fun. But like, he's just like,
so like, to expand upon that, and so you have something very unique, I would say, to your band too.
Immensely unique
in the sense that, like, the Titan Army, what I mentioned earlier. Excuse me. And is that one of his ideas, or because I know, like, that is. I don't know too many bands that have like the shirts, the singles, downloads, and stuff that they can get by like having like a quote unquote membership. I guess.
Well, he is such a think tank and has such has so many amazing ideas, and he's worked in business for a very, very long time, and he's obviously very successful, and he just loves helping the band out and being a part of the team, and it's really cool to hear like the things that he has to say. And one of the ideas that he had was like, and he has like a Chicago accent, and which is great. I love it.
The Bears.
Like, yeah, right. Oh, dude, I would love to get him on this podcast. He would, and he will talk forever.
Oh,
dude.
please, no, I like you say that, but like I mean that 1,000%.
Dude,
like
he's awesome. He's awesome. But he said, you should consider doing
you sound like Adam
Christmas song. Yeah, like, right. It's a really bad impression. Shill's probably gonna listen to this and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Anyway, the other guys will be like, "That's a bad impression, Phil. Shut the fuck up." Anyway, but Shill said, like, he said, you guys should do a Christmas song when you go in to do this 5-song EP. You should add a 6th song, and you should make it a Christmas song. And we were like, we don't want to do a carol or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, like one of us was like, wait a second. I think it might have been Johnny, or we all three of us. I don't know. But we had already done "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" for a Christmas party. That was run by 105.7 The X, the radio station that's in South Central PA that I've listened to for years, and they had us opening up for Tantric that night.
No way.
Yeah, we opened up for Tantric.
That's cool. Hey now, now. That's a great song.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome.
I know the breakdown.
Yeah.
So we opened up for Tantric, and Grinch was part of the set that night, and I think that was like early 2014. So we brought it back in 2017 for the Hybrid Sessions EP.
Okay.
And we had a full film crew there to film it live on the floor, as much of it live on the floor as possible, and we churned out 6 music videos out of that. We came out with a 6-song EP, and we included "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" on that, just because, like, of his suggestion. And, we tuned it up from what we had previously.
Yeah.
And that was the final product. We put it out Black Friday of 2017. It had some modest success. It was like, oh, dude, it got on a Spotify playlist. Oh, dude, it got us our booking agency. And then, like, 2018 was like a really interesting, like, limbo year, because we were still kind of like, okay, this is cool, but like we're still like, we're not like, we're only
known for that song, or like
known for this song, and there's not a lot of movement on it. Like, there's not a lot of people that are like, it's not like a timely song. Like, you can only play it in a certain amount of time. like the we were playing good hometown shows, but when we would go out on the road, nobody knew who we were. Like, we were still playing like the first like 20-minute set, like on a like, and we're very, very thankful for the bands that we opened up for during that time. Adelita's Way is awesome. They
Oh,
are
no
great
fucking
guys.
way.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
They had us on a 2-week stint, and love Rick, love the guys in that band. They're awesome. They always have great advice. But we were like, the very first band that would play during the day, and depending on the promoter, depending on the venue, it would either be like a really good show, or only like a few people would see us because we were like the first band up. It was just one of those things.
You got to come play the Stone Pony.
Right. We played the Stone Pony. We played the Stone Pony. That's actually one of the cooler venues that we played. It's like this, right? Is it?
Well, I asked you this question the other night, but for my York peeps who listen to this, what I asked you the other night, what are the dingiest places or the worst places you've played in York? And I want you to answer those. I want you to answer that question again.
Oh man, yes, that's right. The Depot.
Yes.
And I'm not talking the Home Depot. I love the Depot, man. You want to talk about the most punk rock hipster shitty dingy bar in the world? That's only open when there's shows, which is amazing. I'm just like, it's not open.
Well, apparently it's like a nightclub
basis.
now. Like they changed it. It's more like nightclubbing now.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So I've been told. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That makes me. Well, it is what it is. It was kind of like CBGB's, man. I really had a fun time there. Anytime I ever went to the Depot, I was having a good fucking time. Whether I was there just to drink and have fun and open mics.
People only went there on Thursdays because it was pitchers night. So
right. So and it's like really close to it's like right on the border of like Shady Town and College Town. It's like right around that.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good stuff. So
good old Jessup.
Oh yeah. Oh
but,
yeah.
So anyway, we were talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
So 2018 was like a formative, like kind of limbo year for us because we had some modest success with the Grinch. It got us some attention, which was cool. Like we were getting shows.
And what was that like?
We were touring. It was frustrating because it was just like we had a taste of like success, but it wasn't like it still.
You had an appetizer.
Like we had an appetizer. Like we still weren't able to really pay ourselves. We still had to put all of the money that we made back into the band, and our cuts weren't like, it wasn't sustainable. So like Ben was just like, and like, but, and all of us were kind of like, like, it's like, we're so close.
Can I have some more?
It's
some
like,
Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Yeah. So it was one of those things, but like, Ben decided like he met his wife, that year, and they really hit it off really well, and he decided to quit his job and move in with her, which that was a really cool thing that happened. So and it was kind of like just out of the blue, and it was like, oh well, that's cool. That means that he can like spend way more time on the band, because he's in this new situation. And so that was September. We recorded a cover of Monster Mash, and that got played on the radio on 105.7. We're just like, and we self-produced that. I recorded that myself. It was a crappy mix. No, it's nothing. It's nothing to write home about. But we did that all ourselves, and so we're like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was cool. So, and then we got associated, with a company called Indiepreneur through one of our buddies from college. His name was Jack. It is Jack. He helps us out a lot. He's still part of our marketing team. That company still works with us on a regular basis. And they offered like a couple of like social media courses that Johnny took.
Okay.
And so Black Friday rolls around. Johnny took this class, applied what he learned from that class to just giving the Grinch video a little boost on Facebook. Just like a little boost. Just a little nudge.
Yeah.
The right tags, the right, exposure, all that stuff. Then things start rolling. I remember it's just like Black Friday. and suddenly there's 2,000 more likes on the page.
Like, do all
Every
these notifications just pop up on your
Oh,
your phone just
dude, it's just
blowing
like
up?
every
Like,
time I'm like refreshing my phone, and I'm just like, holy shit, and it just keeps rolling and rolling. And I was like excited like the previous year about getting like 20,000 views on YouTube. I was like,
yeah,
oh, that's great. Oh yeah, oh my god.
yeah. I'm at like almost 100
Dude.
for my first episode. I'm like, yeah,
And you should stay excited about that, by
yeah.
the way, because every view counts.
No, and I appreciate everyone who
Every
listens,
person counts.
views.
It's like
I
it all
it
starts
means more
somewhere,
than you
man.
know, of
It all
course.
starts somewhere. Look at some of the early Joe Rogan episodes, and dude,
Yeah.
it's just absolute shit. It is. Yeah. But you got to start somewhere. Shit makes things grow, man, and that's what's up. So yeah.
True.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, you got a nice desk, you got the nice microphones and stuff, and you got a good vibe going, man. You got a good vibe going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had a question
But
that I was going to ask you, or if you were going to keep talking, go ahead.
I just want to finish the thought. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't
please,
want to.
no.
Yeah.
Finish the thought.
But yeah, we saw all things started really rolling around that time, and things started getting to it got played on Elvis Duran, which that's like on
That's huge,
Z100. That's huge. It was like one of a little bit, like a 30-second bit that they had on there, and that was something that my wife actually made happen, which was really cool. So like, with just like, it takes a village, man. A whole bunch of people had hands in making that happen. And it was like, people really loved the cover, and it just snowballed after that. And ever since Christmas of 2018, every single Christmas we have new people come, and they stick around for the rest of the music that we have. So we usually like try to put out new music or something cool.
Yeah.
Every single November, December. So, and that's the reason why we put out The Ride this past November.
And that's like your first full-length album, right?
That's our third full-length album, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I remember the question I was going to ask you. So, like, is this your proudest piece of work aside from like your composition? Like
As far as the band is concerned, we've had some really great experiences with really great producers over the years. Working with Jason Rubel for our first two records, for our EP, and for our first full length at Seventh Wave, and then also with Kevin Sofera, out of Hybrid Studios, former drummer of Seether. Also drummed for Breaking Benjamin. So, and
is he from South Africa?
No, he's not from South Africa. He's from here. He's from Pennsylvania.
Really?
I believe. Yeah.
I'm pretty, because I thought Seether everyone was from.
They are, but like they changed members sometimes.
They went back home and got their drummer.
Well, I think
no, I.
But so yeah, I don't know what the situation was, but I mean, Kevin's a great drummer. So like, Reflection was produced by him, and that's a fantastic record, and we really enjoyed. That was our first record as a 3-piece. And then as far as The Ride is concerned, though, like that is a perfect picture of where we are. Like, the whole reason why we called it The Ride is because all of the ups and downs that we have been through over the years. That's just like, that's a perfect saga, like musical saga, if you will, of everything.
No, and I listened to it front to back, and it's a great album. For anyone listening, looking for new music. No, of course. It's as soon like when you teased Rufflin' Feathers, I was like, oh, and then like the whole album came out and then like everything is just, it's great. I love listening to it. Even like, I know this song's not on the album, but like War Cry, that's a great tune.
Oh yeah, yes.
So what is, and it doesn't have to be on The Ride, but like, best song you think you've personally written, or like you're most proud of, or
geez,
or your least favorite? Because I know every band has that one that's just like, because like, I know, for example, Shinedown almost didn't put Second Chance on the album, and it was their least favorite song, and it's their most popular song to date.
Isn't that funny how that stuff works? I don't have a least favorite. I
That's
wouldn't say
good.
I have
I
a
like
least
that answer.
favorite. Yeah, I have one that makes me. I have a few that make me chuckle, like "Party in Hell," like the very
Party
first.
now.
Yeah, that one makes me chuckle because like we kind of did it as a joke, but like as an ode to AC/DC. Like how ridiculous can we get? Like
Okay.
and it's yeah, and everybody would think that it's like a devil worshipping song. It's actually not. If you actually listen to
And
the
Devil's
lyrics.
Choir isn't one either.
That is correct. It is not one either. You have to, yeah.
Went through a rough patch, I see.
Read between the lines, my friends. Read between the lines, and ye shall see the light. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, it's just like funny how people will take things at surface
Yeah.
value and then not like realize what it's about.
Yeah. But
Yeah, even with songs like "Party in Hell." But anyway, coming back to the one that's like probably my favorite off the record.
yeah.
Oh, it's hard to say
Or like
because
it
it's like
doesn't have to be
kids.
off the ride, but like any of the songs that you
Yeah.
guys have like sang and like produced.
I would say that "Let Me Breathe" and "The Ride," like the song "The Ride,"
Yeah.
probably hits the closest to home for me. "Let Me Breathe" is just like about. I mean, it's about. I was going through a very very dark patch when my mom passed away in 2017, and
My
all through
condolences.
that, I was just thank you. I was going through like a lot, just struggling with a lot of demons, struggling with a lot of darkness. The fact that Chris Cornell died the same year, Chester died the same year. It was just kind of like one thing right after the other. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of great people that I've had in my life that unfortunately I feel, at least in my opinion, passed away way before their time. And it just kept happening over and over and over again in my life. And it kept happening to people that I felt like didn't
Exactly. I
fucking
know.
deserve it.
My
And
uncle passed away in 2017. Like
yeah,
I know
dude.
exactly what you mean, man.
Yeah,
Like
brother. Exactly. It's just it's really really it's tough. Like life
yeah,
goes on, obviously.
yeah,
Like
I know.
death is a part of life, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's painful. And
Exactly.
some people are stronger than others. And I just had, like losing my mom was like kind of like the last straw. So I was just like in this really really dark, angry, bitter place, and that song is about me trying to figure out the line between good and evil within my own heart, and like understanding what I'm capable of, but also choosing not to you know um act in such a way, or deciding not to act in such deciding to take certain behaviors and habits that one has and changing them for the better, because like going down that path and continuing to go down that path is like not a good idea,
No.
and it can be way more destructive than um than otherwise. So,
Absolutely.
and that's yeah. So
Okay. Cool. I now if I were to tell you my favorite song by you guys,
that would be awesome. I'm very curious to know.
I gotta look at the catalog. You would think I would know off the top of my head, but
It's all good, dude.
um, because you guys have such behind the moons and interesting song. Like your cover of "Sex and Candy" is great.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me view artist. Oh, if you were wondering, you are up to 126,116 monthly listeners on
Gotcha.
Spotify.
Nice.
Yes. Um, I honestly like "Let Me Breathe." Like I would say is probably like my favorite because I get what you mean. Oh, but I do like the remake of Universal Limits. Although I do like um in the original version, like the beginning, like the do 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 do, like with the guitar, kind of makes you sound like yeah,
Ah,
because it kind of makes you seem like you're on like a like the spaceship and like the alarms going off kind of thing.
huh.
But like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I couldn't ever really tell the difference. And then like I listened to it and I was like, oh no, I can hear the difference.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how does it like? How much recovery time do you need for your voice, like between like shows and stuff, or like?
Oh, dude. I'll tell you what. If I go more than like 3 shows a night, like 3 shows a week, like 3 to 4 shows a week, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It can be fucking brutal. Like if any, like I like, and I train people how to sing. Like it's part of my. It's like, I mean, it's how we met, you
Yeah.
know, and how well, I mean, we met through the band. Like you had emailed us and stuff like that, which was super cool. And then you said that you wanted to do voice lessons, which is really cool.
Oh, stop.
But yeah, dude, it's not easy. And even for like trained professionals, especially with this type of music, like sometimes I have to put myself on vocal rest for the entire day. Like, you know, just to be able to get through the next night.
Yeah.
You know, some night, and here's the other thing, dude. I will fully admit it. There are plenty of live videos of me singing where I am, like, you compare the album to what I was doing that night, not up to snuff at all, man. And that just happens. Sometimes you have good nights and bad nights.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But you just try your best by, you know, getting as much sleep as you can, drinking as much water as you can, and putting yourself on vocal rest so that way you can recover as much as possible. You know? Yeah, dude. It's yeah. But
okay.
I mean, according to Ronnie James Dio, I don't have it because according to him, you shouldn't have to do any of those things.
Huh.
Because but he's dead now. So.
Yeah, and
but he was amazing. He was an amazing singer. He was a little alien gremlin that
I actually was like listening to like some Dio the other day because I was just like I asked someone this. I was like, who was better, Dio and Sabbath or Ozzy? And I didn't realize Dio was. But like,
but then it became Rainbow.
Yeah,
which was interesting. Which is kind of like Audio Slave with Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been like Rage Against the Machine keeping their name, getting Chris.
Yeah.
And then be like, let's change our name after one album.
But like, it's a totally different genre of music, I feel like, between Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave. You don't think so?
Dude, if you listen to the musical structure.
No. That I agree with. No, like the sound is the same, but like the way, like the lyrics, the way it's coming out. I feel,
that's the obvious difference. Like, you know.
Oh,
like,
no, but like their background, like the wow, like anytime you hear a Tom Morello play, you know it's Tom Morello. Like
you could literally take Zach De La Rocha or Roca. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the last name.
If if you're listening, Phil apologizes.
Yeah. I mean, like you could literally like hear him say, "Burn that gasoline!" Like, you know, on Gasoline for Audio Slave, and like, you know, it's so amazing what like one singer, one guitar player, one member being different from the others can make an impact. You can even hear it on Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff. Like when I heard that John Frusciante got back with the Chili Peppers, I freaked out because like half of that band, like, and they were a 4-piece, like half of the magic that comes from that band comes from John Frusciante. Yeah. Like the even other elements like Flea, Chad Smith, Anthony Kiedis, they're great. And their other guitarist was cool too. Dave Navarro was cool when they were doing One Hot Minute, but they are not the Chili Peppers without John Frusciante, as far as I'm concerned.
And I feel the same with like Mark Tremonti in the sense that, like, anywhere he goes, you know who
it's
he
gonna
is.
Be badass.
Yeah, when he's playing, even like, oh god, he's so good at guitar. It's insane.
He is.
Insane.
Yeah, he is.
So we'll take another quick break, see if you got a refill in your seltzer, and then we'll do the 2 lies and a truth, and probably wrap up because I know it's getting late. You had a long day.
Yes.
So, and we'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. It's fucking fly.
Dude, flies. I hate them.
Hate them. Who does he think he is flying around? Fucking fly.
Man, if they
such a great name, right? Like, oh, what is that? Fuck, it flies. It's a fly.
Yeah, it
On
flies
my
around,
profile.
dude. I'll tell you what. If flies just kept to themselves and didn't get in our shit, that would be, I wouldn't.
Fucking prime. It'd
You'd
be
be fine.
prime.
But yeah, it would be
Um.
prime.
So we are ending, or near the end of this ride. You see what I did
Yes.
there?
Yes. I
Haha.
do see what you did there.
But first, before we get to the two lies and the truth, you mentioned me like reaching out about voice lessons and everything. I personally wanted to say thank you not only for being a part of this podcast, but um it's so cool being able to like reach out. And like I told you, I think when we first met, like I was totally fanboying, like, or it was because it was just like it's so incredible that, because someone who's always been inclined to do music and like likes to write and sing and always wanted to get professional help doing it, I've always looked and searched and like never really, there's not too many people that do like voice lessons or like not around where I am or whatever. And the fact that like I saw your ad for the vocal blueprint and it was just like, this dude's in like one of my favorite bands and like can actually help me do something that I want to do. Like I cannot say thank you enough for just being
My pleasure, dude.
able to like just reachable and available and
Yeah, man.
yeah, just being able to do it for the everyday guy. Like
Thanks for investing in yourself. Thanks for like trusting me to be able to help you out with your voice, dude. Like, I mean, that's it's
yeah.
awesome.
Maybe you'll have to come back on and we'll have to do a duet or something. See if I can
There you go.
show my improvements.
There you go.
Yeah. So to backtrack, you said your two lies and the truth were you can wiggle your
Yes.
ears.
Wiggle both my
You
ears.
wiggle both your ears. You started playing the guitar when you were 9 years old, and you met George H.W. or H.W. Bush when you were 12.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be completely honest. You didn't mention anything that would strike me that you met Bush, but like you're a bassist, and you said you kind of play guitar, but you're not very good. So I feel like if you learned to play guitar at 9, you would have stuck with it. And I feel like you found out you could wiggle your ears, and you're just not that like proud that you can do it. Oh, the thing. So I think I'm gonna go with that. You can wiggle both your ears.
No, here's the thing.
Oh,
No, I'm laughing maniacally because I
you've
duped
met
you,
Bush.
bro. Here's
You
the
met
thing.
you can wiggle one ear, you
I can
bastard.
wiggle one ear, but not the other. I can wiggle my right ear. I did learn guitar at an early age, but I picked up my electric guitar and started teaching myself when I was 14. So that's when I picked up a guitar for the
So you met
electric
Bush,
guitar for the
huh?
first time. So I did meet Bush. Yeah, like I was, for whatever reason, I was like 12 years old. Um, like it was like, yeah, I was 12 years old, and like for whatever reason he was coming to town. He was coming to Sight and Sound Theater, and I don't know. It was just like, Mom, let's go. It's free. I might get to meet a former president. So like I don't know. It was a weird time in my life, and I don't know. And we went to this little rally. It was election year, and I don't know. It was just one of those weird situations where I like after HW did his little speech about why his son should be president at the time, I went out to the hallway and he came out and he was there with Governor Tom Ridge, shook both of their hands, and I said, "It's great to see you, Mr. President." And he said, "It's great to see you too." And it was like, and he signed this little thing, and I was like super proud about it, and it was
Do you still
cool.
have do you still have that little
I'm sure I do somewhere, but then I read up a little bit more about the man, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, well, maybe that's something that I shouldn't be so proud of. But like, I mean, it was still kind of cool to meet somebody. I mean, he did some good stuff. He did some good
No,
stuff,
it's
but
still like you met the most powerful man in the world at the time.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did some good stuff, but he
Rockstar.
did some equally shady
It's
stuff.
government. It's government. It's politics. What do you expect?
What are you gonna do?
What do
So
you
it is what it
expect?
is.
I'm
Yeah,
trying.
but yeah. So
Okay, I am sucking at this game.
no, it's okay. It's all right. I threw in that really wacky one, like just like yeah.
You bastard. Got me
Sorry,
with the
bro.
one ear.
Sorry, bro.
It's all good. Do you have any before I let you go, you have any updates, announcements about the band you want to get out? Any shows potentially coming up? Where
Yeah,
they can
dude.
find their
Let's talk about
tickets?
that.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, dude. So we have a show on the 8th in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
May 8th, I'm sorry, June 8th, rather, in Pittsburgh. We're excited about that. We are also playing in Arkansas on July 3rd. So,
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yep.
Where is that? You guys are playing that show in Orlando?
That is on September 25th at Rock Rebel.
That's
Yeah, that's going to be
dope.
awesome. We're opening up, dude. Like, there are so many cool bands that day.
Oh, I saw Shy Down.
my gosh.
Five
Dude,
flavored fruit punch.
Ice-T's going to be there with Body Count, man. Like,
Ooh.
it's going to be intense. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. It's very excited. So yeah, just like if anything, for all of you listening to this, go to smalltowntitans.com, check out our shows. We got our bands in town list of shows that we've got booked for the year. Opening up for Hailstorm on July 30th.
I will be there.
Yes. Looking forward to seeing you there, bro.
Yes, sir.
It'll be a great time. Yeah,
wait.
and just like check out what we got going on as far as that's concerned. We always have like new t-shirts coming out on a regular basis, usually on a monthly basis, so you can go collect those. Yeah.
On Spotify, YouTube, everything is Small Town Titans.
If you search Small Town Titans, you will find us.
Yes, and like again, I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your hectic schedule, and
thank you for having me, dude.
Of course, it was my pleasure, and I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all she wrote, my friend. So Phil, take it away. Wait. Oh. Everyone, thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of Nick Nardi. Thank you, Phil, for joining me. And you all have a great day. And I appreciate you for listening. Thanks. Bye.